Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gemma. I also go by Gems VGC, and today we're going to be having round 2 of the Pokèsports League. So if you're looking at the video and you're seeing my mouth moving, but these words not matching, that's because I made a mistake in recording and actually had my mic muted. I'm working on changing my sound setup to mitigate some of these issues, but right now the digital inputs make it pretty difficult for me to do that. So again, apologies about that, but we will be joined with game audio pretty close into the beginning of Battle 1. So what I was talking about here was the fact that this is the Pokèsports League. It's for the patrons. We're playing in the group stage right now. We are 1-0 so far, and if you missed the video that came out yesterday on the channel, go ahead and take a look at the card in the upper right hand part of the screen, and you can go check out the first set, a super fun set against Chris P. This set here, we're going to be playing Mocha, and we're going to be playing with our... we're going to be playing with the same team, and in this tournament there's actually an interesting amount of information that you have. You get to see the 6 Pokemon from the opponent. So we have some information. We know that they're going to be running Comfey and Excadrill in this set. So got an eye out. It looks like Aaron Cybertron Zank's same team that he featured on his channel recently. And you should go check those videos out if you haven't already. They're very entertaining. The other thing I wanted to do is say that we actually have a question of the day today. The question of the day is, what is your favorite Series 5 Pokemon? I've been enjoying using a bunch of these Pokemon, especially Urshifu on this team. But yeah, what is y'all's favorite Series 5 Pokemon? So given the fact that we do have a lot of information about this set, I know the Pokemon, I looked up the rental code of this team, so I'm also fairly familiar with what this team wants to do, so I've actually flowcharted my matchup. So I'm pretty confident in my ability to follow that flowchart, and then we're going to continue in this instance with the Alcremie and Excadrill lead. It feels incredibly strong against this team, and our main goal here will go ahead and be to try and deny Trick Room from that Comfey. And you know, we do have to be a little bit cognizant of the sand mode that this team has, and that's ultimately why we're probably going to be bringing Urshifu here. I'm trying to remember exactly how I did this team preview, but yeah, we know our Game 1 set. We have an adjustment for Game 2 if we expect them to make an adjustment around Alcremie, because you know, Game 1 you can usually get a little bit of you can get a nice pickup, given the fact that, that not everyone knows exactly what it does. I think in this matchup too, Intimidate Gyarados is huge. Looking at my opponent's team, almost everything except for, you know, Comfey, Togekiss, and the Rotom Wash are physical attackers. And we outspeed Rotom Wash with our Excadrill, and we'll almost always KO it. So in this matchup with the Decorate support, I really like Excadrill to just kind of continue to roll. Similar to what happened in the last episode, where Excadrill was able to be such a huge part. It's such a great Dynamax mod in the fact that you get to boost both of your defenses, both your physical and your special defense. And on a team like this that's so hyper offensive, we're able to get a ton of boosts up. So looks like here we go. We've matched up with Rowan. We're getting ready to start. Good luck, have fun to my opponent. This is battle number 1 of the second set. I know we're also going to have some issues with some choppiness on the frames here. We actually completely readjusted our filming for Game 2 and the rest of the set. So here's the lead that we expect. We see Comfey and Excadrill, and we're about to be rejoined by audio now. My mic's been muted this whole time. I'll go back and go through my thought process after the fact, but this is the exact lead that we really want to be seeing here in Game 1. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to decorate our own Excadrill, and we're just going to go ahead and get that max Steel Spike into the Comfey. Going for some big damage right away through Babiri Berry. This +2 should go ahead and still KO. And it's going to shut down anything like Trick Room. They might get a Giga Drain to increase their physical attack by 1 stage because that is a physical Goodra with Sap Zipper. It also has the move Fire Punch, which is something, you know, we have to be a little aware of. It's going to be a neutral hit because we'll be at +1 defense, they'll be at +1 attack. if this first turn is in fact if it is in fact, oh my gosh, we're skipping so many frames because of encoding lag. All right, I think that this is going to be a bad video. We might have to throw this one out, but we'll see. We'll give this a shot. Yeah. So they go ahead and Dynamax the Goodra turn 1, which is pretty much what we expect. It's a shiny Goodra, which is really nice. But I've got a feeling, let's see, they go for the Giga Drain play. They're going to go ahead and get Sap Sipper, boost up to +1. This is, about what we expected. We're going to Decorate, so we'll match that +1, and we will go +2. And we're also going to go ahead and neutralize their +1 with this Max Steel Spike. The Babiri Berry will proc here, but at +2, it's going to do a lot of damage. It's just going to be enough for a Rock KO into coming from a +2 Excadrill, which is exactly what I expected. This is how I flowcharted this exact matchup right here. Now, depending on what they bring in next, we'll kind of have to see what's going on. They're going to go for a Max Flare here. Unfortunately for my opponent, this is actually going to go ahead and proc my weakness policy. It does about half, so we do have to be aware that in the Sun next turn, it's going to do 50% more. But we're going to be able to get some really big damage here. We're now +4 with our Excadrill, which just kind of puts us in this really tough to deal with spot from my opponent's standpoint. Whatever they bring in is likely going down unless it outspeeds me. It is the Togekiss here. This Togekiss does not outspeed me. It does carry Heat Wave, so let's see. We are plus physical defense. So if we go ahead and take the Togekiss here, then Urshifu just looks so good in the back. Like, so good. I think an interesting play here might actually be to go ahead and bring in an Intimidate with Gyarados. So we're going to go ahead and let me make sure this is the right Pokemon. Yeah, Alcremie switches in with Intimidate. And then we're going to go ahead and go for that Steel Spike again into the Togekiss. So at this point, we have all the boosts that we need from Alcremie. We're going to go ahead and cycle Alcremie out, put Alcremie in a position where if I want to come back in and Charm any of my opponent's physical attackers, I'll be in that position to do so. So we get the Intimidate down. So now that is a neutral Goodra. They go for Follow Me, which is fine. We were already targeting this Togekiss. We're going to go and go for a Max Steel Spike here. We'll be taking the Togekiss off the field. So that now they're down. They're going to have one more turn of Dynamax. They might pick up the KO here given the Sun boost, but I guess we'll see. We are now at +2 defense. They are at neutral attack. The Sun is up. I don't actually know how much this is going to do, so let's take a quick peek. It looks like it is not going to be enough. The Steel Spike boost plus the Intimidate really putting in work for me here. So now my opponent has no more redirection. Their last Pokemon is Rotom, and I believe, that's kind of the scariest thing left from my opponent's team. Let's just take a quick peek. I want to double check something on this Rotom. It does have Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, Will-O-Wisp, and Protect. So it could protect here. We know that the Goodra can't actually protect. I think a really interesting play might be to go for the bounce into the Goodra so that we can go ahead and get our Excadrill out of harm's way. And then this all just comes down to reading a Protect or not. Like, we're not going to live another attack from Goodra, but we do have the ability to go for a lot of damage into it. I don't want to get Will-O-Wisp, so let's go and go for the Max Quake into that Rotom. So here, they go ahead and go for the Ally Switch play. So, this is not exactly the same Rotom, is it? Yeah, this is a slightly different Rotom than the original team. So, we are still going to go ahead and take that Goodra out. So now it is a 3v1 where my opponent, or a 4v1, and I don't think that my opponent has any means of taking a KO. Now that the Sun is set, Hydro Pump's going to be less effective. We also bounce out of the way, so we are out of harm's way in terms of any of the Thunderbolts into our Gyarados next turn, so we're pretty free just to go for a high horsepower. As long as that connects, we'll go ahead and win the game here. So the most important thing to be thinking is we need to go ahead and think how my opponent's going to adjust next turn. Or next, yeah, so they just go ahead and cancel there. That was a really, that basically went exactly according to plan. Why don't y'all give me 1 second while I switch everything over for recording so we're not doing it with so much lag. So give me 1 second. All right, we're back. So we went and received our opponent's Leeg card. We're going to play with the exact same rules. We're going to pick our same team here. And we're going to think what we want to do in terms of game 2. If I'm my opponent, I am very afraid of that off creamy, so I think I lead sand into this second matchup. So if their lead is sand, we got to think how we're going to counter team sand. Our own Excadrill doesn't look terrible next to an all creamy. It baits in the max steel spike. They will be going first, obviously, with that. So I think the lead for this one might just be Excadrill and Alcremie again. Let's think. We need to clear any Togekiss out of the way so that we have the ability to... we need to clear any Togekiss out of the way so that we don't have to worry about our Urshifu. But I really like Urshifu cleaning up in the back with this matchup. I just think that it's got such a great sand matchup that my opponent is just going to be like really on their back feet when it comes to that. So give me 1 second. I'm just getting a... yeah, you know, actually, I don't really want to bait the Alcremie. Let's go ahead and just go this right here. We'll go ahead and start to put the pressure on immediately, and then we'll have a Moongus for redirection and spores in the back. This kind of just puts our opponent kind of on the back foot if they went sand. If they didn't go sand, really good play, in my opinion. We know that Togekiss is going to go down regardless of Dynamaxing. It's not going to want to take a max Steel Spike from an Excadrill. We know it's not Babiri Berry. We know that Babiri Berry is actually on the Comfey. So let's see what the lead is here in game 2. So we actually see Togekiss Comfey. Interesting. So I think they're going to be going for Trick Room right here, which is obviously going to be a little bit painful for me, right? So they can just go for a really simple Follow Me Trick Room. What we can do in the meantime is go ahead and get damage off onto this Togekiss, and then we go ahead and bring in, if their Trick Room Sweeper is the Goodra, then I'm in some trouble because my Moongus is going to struggle against that Goodra, obviously. We'll be able to Rage Powder away attacks, but yeah, we're gonna kind of struggle with that. So I think we just go ahead and go for the Iron Head. No, you know what? I'm going to go for a Swords Dance and switch to a Moongus. So this puts us in a decent positioning. They're going to get Trick Room up, yes, but they're going to have to deal with the fact that my Moongus is here. Oh, Comfey goes for Ally Switch. Not what I was expecting. What did they go for? A Heat Wave? Dazzling Gleam. Okay, that's perfectly fine. We're in just absolutely incredible positioning here. We've got our, we have our physical boost. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the Comfey so that they can't, go ahead and set Trick Room. And in the case of a Follow Me, I'm also gonna go ahead and Spore that Comfey. We know that thing is not carrying, it's not carrying Protect. It doesn't have enough moves for that, so either the Comfey goes down or the Togekiss goes down here, and I'm really fine with either. And whichever one doesn't go down is going to be taking a nap. We are at +2 on our attack again. We can hopefully go ahead and start to spiral here. So again, we see a +2 Steel Spike into this Comfey. It's going to go ahead and take it down. Yeah, that's going to be enough. There will be no Trick Room this game. There also won't be any Goodra self-boosting. We're at +2. My opponent didn't Dynamax, so all they can go for here is maybe a Air Slash into... Oh, they go for the Heat Wave. I don't get that play at all. I don't understand that play. Because now my weakness policy is procced. It's not going to KO my Amoonguss. And now, basically, we have the best possible circumstance here. Amoonguss is going to go ahead and get the Citrus Berry recovery. We're back to a little over half, so after this Spore, if we switch out, our Amoonguss is actually all the way back at half. So the Swords Dance play 1 was really, I think, really beneficial for me because it guaranteed a KO onto the Comfey. If they'd gone for Follow Me Trick Room turn 1, which I think might have been a slightly better play, they could have positioned it around. And now we see this Rotom here, which is probably going to Dynamax, right? And if it does, then we should be getting a KO into it. We obviously don't want to be taking a Max Geyser here, so I'm just going to go ahead and Rage Powder, because that covers if they live the Max Quake. We can go ahead and get a Rage Powder off, and they won't be doing anything that can KO Amoonguss. They'll be setting the Rain, which is more beneficial for my Amoonguss. And our Excadrill can survive another turn. We probably have to KO the Togekiss for fear of the, you know, one turn sleep, wake up, follow me. I guess also my opponent was probably trying to bait me in with an ally switch there, but I just didn't feel like the play, especially when I have Rage Powder Redirection. All that does is burn a turn of sleep. So we're gonna go and get a Max Quake here into this Rotom. Yep, that's just gonna be a one-hit KO. So they could have wasted, that play could have gone really poorly for me if they did ally switch, but the ally switch mind games I wasn't terribly fazed by, because it just doesn't feel like you get enough out of an ally switch with my, you know, avoiding one attack while you have your, you know, have a turn of guaranteed sleep being taken on the Togekiss. So here we'll see what their fourth mon is. Again, Excadrill just put in so much work. It is the Tyranitar. It can't Dynamax at +2, even if it could. We know a Max Steel Spike actually KOs that Tyranitar. So all we go for in this case is a Max Steel Spike, and let's just go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and Spore into it as well. And on the off chance the Togekiss wakes up, gets the Follow Me. Okay, my opponent actually just goes ahead and cancels. I think if there was, you know, they might have still been able to fight through, but with me having Urshifu in the back, I think it was just really rough positioning for them. So that's going to wrap up our game 2 here. Good games to my opponent, Rowan. And good luck throughout for the rest of the tournament, for the rest of this league. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed this best of 3 in this league here, go ahead and leave a like on the video if you liked it. Don't forget about our question of the day, which is what is your favorite Pokemon in Series 5 here so far for VGC? And finally, if you want to make sure you keep getting these videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks everyone, and have a great rest of your day.